and welcome to the 77th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I was just sitting here thinking, what is better to do on a rainy quarantine day than to maybe talk about beer? Okay, so today we're going to talk about a great Florida beer. Right now in Florida, they are running a deal on Florida beer, so you're getting a 20% discount at ABC on all Florida beers, so you can buy those. And then if you buy more than one six-pack, you get an additional 10% off the second. So I've been having fun doing some Florida beers, and one of these is one of my beers that I really like. It's not the highest rated beer in the world, but the Orange Blossom Pilsner, but not the Orange Blossom Pilsner regular. This is the OBP squared, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit about what makes it the OBP squared and stuff like that. But it's a beer that I haven't had in a while, but I still like it. And even though it's not rated as high as maybe some other beers that we sample, it has a delicious quality to it. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to go ahead and start. The beer is only rated 79 out of 100, which makes it an okay beer, okay? I, myself, would rate it higher because I'm kind of fond of the beer, but I think it's up to your taste. This has a little bit of like a honey and a citrus, so it's a little bit different. You kick up the alcohol content to 11% using that honey. So it's really a good sipping beer, but it's still got a sweetness that kind of turns some people off. People who don't like a sweeter beer, this might not be up their alley, but people who do like a sweeter beer, this is a strong, sweeter beer, so it's really good. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this. This is an American Imperial Pilsner is what they call it. So right off the bat, you get a little bit of the, definitely get the honey scent. You get the orange, but the you do smell the booze. It's 11%, so you're going to get that boozy smell when you smell it. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this. Now, when you taste this beer, you'll take the first sip, and the booze is going to like get you right up front. But it's a sweet booze, and it has a real smooth, sweet finish. So when you go into your second sip, it's even more delicious because it's kind of opened up your taste buds. So, oh, this is delicious. So, if you've never had the OBP Square, the regular OBP is a good beer. It's a lighter beer. It's about 5.5% alcohol. But the reason they call it OBP Squared, and this is kind of a funny little fact about the beer, they call it that because they use half the water when making the beer. So it's the same beer as the regular Orange Blossom Pilsner, okay? But they use half the water, so you get double the alcohol. So it clocks in at the 11% versus the 5.5. So pretty unique thing. When they talk about it, they sometimes use the coffee analogy. So if you use enough coffee to make a full pot, but you only put half the water in there, you're going to get some stronger coffee. Well, it's the same way with the beer. So just an interesting tidbit about the beer, okay? Now, another thing about the brewery. Now, this brewery, they started making this beer as like a homebrew thing in somebody's garage. And then it got so popular, people started really wanting this beer, so they went to a brewery, Thomas Creek Brewery up in South Carolina, and they started making it to sell to the public. But the capacity, apparently, from what I understand, they didn't have enough capacity to handle the amount of beer. So now I think I don't know if they've transferred it all or just some of it to the brew hub over in Lakeland, who is pretty famous around these parts for making beer for other breweries all around the country, not just here. There's a brew hub here. I know there's one in Colorado. I don't know where else there are brew hubs. But these are breweries that basically take recipes from brewers that they have the capacity to mass produce it. So that's what you've got going on here. This is being mass produced over in Lakeland. So not too far. So I guess if I wanted to get a keg of this, I could go to the brew hub, probably pick up a keg if I wanted, or I could probably just get it through the local distributor. But anyway, it's a very delicious beer, so make sure you check it out. It's a little boozy, so you just take it easy. Don't pound this beer. Although it's smooth enough that you could drink it fast and get yourself in trouble because it's, you know, that strong. Now, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends. Make sure your friends tell their friends and their friends tell their friends until everybody knows about Beer Issues. If you want any Beer Issues gear like this beautiful hat that I've got or this beautiful t-shirt, make sure you go to shop.beerissues.com. You can get all your gear, hats, shirts, phone cases. I still love the phone case. I think it's awesome. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.